We'd like to welcome you here inside at Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League on Two Basins Sports Network. Today's only game of the day is going to be between Seven Lazy S as they host Flame City 307. Well, we all know how the first game between these two went. Flame City they weren't perfect in that game, but they did come back and they walked it off, and with Ann bringing home the walk-off run. And here comes the man up to the plate to start us off, the man that's been crucial to Flame City's success for most of the season, Darren Elder. Got himself an inside the park home run against Seven Lazy S last week during opening day. Happy Thursday here from Doak Field. So with that, we are officially underway here. As that one swung on and popped up. This one back toward the fence, it'll drop. Elder will dig for second, and now he'll dig for third as they throw it on in, and a stand-up triple to start off the game. And Darren Elder with the first hit on the first at-bat of the game. And so with that, we missed her on Tuesday. Key Elder finally back in the lineup today for Flame City. Definitely tell if they missed her on Tuesday. Pretty good support hitter in that second part of the lineup. Swung on and grounded out towards second. It'll bring Elder in to score as it passes by. Shortstop couldn't get a glove on it. Key Elder gets it up to first. And with that, the first hit of the ball game. Seven Lazy S coming into this game looking for their first win on the season. Swung on, this one going toward left. That will fall into the gap. Elder to second. Andrew Ennis now digging for second now, as Elder will get into third and just barely avoids the tag. So no outs quite yet here in the top of the first inning. And now stepping in looks to be Isela. Swung on and missed strike one. And gets out of the way of that one on the inside pitch, ball one. 1-1 count here. 1-0 game, in case you're just tuning in. Flame City off of a score by Darren Elder. That one's popped up towards second, gets back for it, gets it on the glove. Nope, it will be dropped. And both Elders have come in to score in this game so far, as Key will take the base from third. Flame City up 2-0 to start this ball game. Brian Parker up to bat now for Flame City. Swung on, this one hit on a line out towards center. That will drop near the fence. Ennis comes in to score. Rounding third is Isela. And she misses home plate, but she'll come back in and step on it here, so the run will count. Almost reminds me of what the I think it was the White Sox. It was either the White Sox or it was a Chicago team. I know that for a fact, but it was the Pirates. Came in for a home run and didn't step on. It was first base that they forgot to step on, but still a missed base either way. almost had that same situation there. 4-0. Swung on. This one hit on a line toward third, and it will not survive the diamond. It will go foul. And Two Basins Puppy Cam got a German Shepherd in attendance today, as well as a little Chihuahua. So got some nice little furry friends here to support these two teams. That one into the dirt. Looks like 2-1 here. This is Ann up to bat, by the way. Swung on and hit weakly to third. Picks it up and he'll field it. Throws it over to first for the out. Brian Parker will come in to score. So despite the out, looks like it was just a sacrifice grounder on that one. Bases completely cleared. And one gone. 5-0 your score here as Caleb Oliver stepping in now. Inside, ball one. Swung on, and this one's chopped along the third base line and can't get a glove on it. Oliver will come into first. I think you could probably count that as an error there by the third baseman. Could have been a clean field over to first had he kept it in his glove. And now stepping in looks to be Allie. Allie Leho coming in. I believe she normally plays for, I think, Wyoming Whiskey, but obviously the forfeit meant that game was pretty much not going to happen. So she's coming in to play for Flame City. 0-1 count on as she looks at it. Swung on and hit right back to Mary, and they're going to try and get him out at first, and they will in a double play to retire the side as they'll get him out at first. And to be fair, I don't think he could have saw that one coming. But we will be right back here from inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Don't go anywhere. We'd like to welcome you back inside of Joe Doak Field. Bottom of the first, Taja up to bat here. Start us off here in the bottom of the first inning, 5-0. Flame City on top against 7 Lazy Ass, trying to equalize their record. Their only win so far has come against 7 Lazy Ass. Swung on and popped up toward third, and that'll be hauled in by Chris DeLay. Didn't even have to react that much for it. He just came in like a routine play there. So one gone. Start us off in the first, or bottom of the first. Stepping in is Tyler. Swung on and popped up towards second. Gets a glove underneath of it and can't get there. I think the sun got in her eye there. That'll be one man on first. Remember, this is not exactly Major League Baseball here. By the way, on the mound, Joe Martinez, basically their routine starting pitcher at this point. As Mary now stepping in now for 7 Lazy S. Swung on, popped up towards second. Will they get a glove underneath it? Yep, they will that time. So not repeating the same error that time. 2 gone. Now stepping in, Coulter Price. Swung on, that one fouled back into the retaining fence, and that one will probably fall into the Little League field, so some of the coach pitch players getting a souvenir. I guess you could probably call that some fielding practice there for the coach pitch players as they have to try and chuck it over the fence. 0-1 count as Price fouls off to the right side. He'll have another opportunity here. Delivers. And a little bit deep there. Equal count here, 1-1. Martinez delivers. That one's hit along the ground and foul. So a 1-2 count here. He's 1 strike and or foul away from, or 1 strike or foul away from ending this inning. Delivers on the pitch here, and they'll let that one go. Good eye there by Price, 2-2. Still 5-0. Flame City on top. 7 Lazy S desperately trying to get something on the board here to get some momentum heading into the second. 1 man on first, but that's the only hit that we've seen today. Swung on, and that's going to be right into the gap. Price with the base hit. That'll put a runner on second as Tyler will go into scoring position. As Coulter will now move to first base, so 2 men on, 1 in scoring position. Jackie stepping in now, batting 5th in the lineup. Delivers the pitch, swung on, popped up, left, gets a glove and gets the grab. And that will end the inning here, 5-0. As 7 Lazy S struggles to get something on the board, although they did strand a runner in scoring position. That'll end the first inning, and we'll be right back from inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis in just a moment. 5-0, Flame City on top here in their 4th game of the season. I'd like to welcome you back. Zane Oliver stepping in now to get us going here in the top of the 2nd inning. Caleb, who got on base earlier in that 1st inning, trying to keep that streak going as Flame City looking for their 2nd win of the season. Swung on and chopped foul to the right. It initially was chopped at the plate and then moved to the right. 0-1 count. Coming up tomorrow on Two Basin Sports Network, we got American Legion Baseball for the first time in about a week as the Thermopolis Bobcats travel to the entrance of Yellowstone to take on the Cody Cubs from the Legion Field there in Cody. I forgot it has a name, but I already forgot the name of that. You can check out start date or the start times on our stream page. That is going to be knocked into the right side, and a beautiful base hit there for Oliver. Thought about going to second, but he'll retreat back to the bag, and he'll be in for a leadoff single to start the inning. So, yeah, we got American Legion 4 hours of baseball tomorrow as a doubleheader against the Cody Cubs. Bobcats lost both their games to the Cubs at home at Mark Witt Field, just behind me earlier in June. Back in May, actually. Good Lord, that's how long ago that was. They'll be looking for some revenge there as we approach the midway point of the C Legion season for the Bobcats. That one's into the dirt. And also keep in mind, fans, if you'd like to come out to Mark Witt Field on Saturday, swung on and missed strike one. We do encourage you to come out to Mark Witt Field on Saturday, as the Thermopolis Bobcats will be back at home to take on the Mustangs of Lovell. That'll be the home leg of this 4-game series between the Mustangs on the season. That one swung on, hit back to Mary. She'll flip it over to second for the first one gone. And that one goes right by the dugout, and that will be just only one gone, as they were able to get Zane there at second. So one gone here, one man on first. Oh, shoot, I didn't even announce who that was. I think it was Chelity that got on base. Stepping in now, Joe Martinez. This one swung on and hit into the gap. So a base hit there as it goes by the shortstop, and that'll be 2 men on. They'll put a lady in scoring position. Chelity now about, I forgot what the distance is from base to base in softball. So I kind of look like an idiot there. I assume it's like 45, isn't it? That one's inside. You know what? I'm going to search it up. I don't care. So into the box here is Val. Ball 2, being very patient with her pitches here. Okay, so 60 feet is the distance, so only 30 feet off. That one's hit back, and Chelity is going to be forced out at third. They'll throw it over to first, and safe! The throw is not in time, and Flame City will have a runner on first and on second, but they got Chelity out on the force at third. So the base indicator will stay put as Joe Martinez now the runner in scoring position, and now stepping in is Chris DeLay. Only 2 more batters left in the lineup here. Chris DeLay, and then I think Danny. Is that Danny Joe? Yeah, I think it is, actually. So Danny Joe Pebbles and Chris DeLay. Oh, that was fouled back up toward the crow's nest. That'll be a foul ball. 0-1 here. Swung on and whiffed on that one, strike 3. And so that will effectively retire the side here as we will head to the bottom of the second. So far, a great game for Flame City as they try to build more momentum heading into the second half of the season. We will be right back here from inside of Joe Doak Field here in Thermopolis. 5-0 is your score after the top of the second. We'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back in. Bottom of the second inning is Joe Martinez back on the mound. this is Josh up to bat. I'm not quite sure. Either way, I'll try. I got one in my Amazon cart. Umpire suggesting Mike in the. I actually thought about that. I would have needed their consent first, is all. That's going to go into left field, and that is going to be a base knock. Rounding second, he's got a set of wheels on him. He'll go to third and won't dig for home, but he will get in cleanly on a triple to lead us off here in the bottom of the second. And that. Sorry, I was adjusting my hat. That could lead to 7 Lazy S first run of the game here, but they've had a couple of runners stranded in scoring position in this evening so far. None gone here, and I do believe this is Mandy up to bat. This is going to be hit to second. They'll flip it over to first for the sacrifice, and that will bring a run in to score, but at the cost of the man at first. One gone here in the bottom of the second inning. This is going to be a very, very interesting inning here defensively for Flame City. Because now we got 7 Lazy S seeing if they can't get some momentum. That's going to be hit along the ground, Martin fielded there by Caleb, and now will go by first as that throw is way offline. And he'll dig in for second off the error. Had a base hit to begin with, but gave him some leeway to go to second. So the base hit. But 5-1 ball game here for Flame City as they're currently on top here in the bottom of the second. And now stepping in, I believe this is Kalen. Batting righty here, delivers the pitch. Outside pitch, ball 1. Umpire bantering a little bit with Martinez. Now I do wish we could have mic'd them up. I got like these little attachable microphones in my Amazon wish list. So we'll have to probably see about that in the future. I'd love to have some mic'd up action going on. Ball 2 there. This is going to be a 2-2 count. Also, it'd probably be a lot easier for our audience to hear the call right from the horse's mouth instead of having to rely on me to relay it. So I guess that's a positive there. Swung on, and that one's barely hit there to the plate. They're going to throw it into third. He's in very safely there. And with a runner on first and on third with our crappy camera work there, we didn't get the guy at third. He was so quick we couldn't even get there in time. And now stepping in is Justin. Swung on and popped up. This one's going to go right down in towards center field, or down right field. Brings in a run home to score, and that will go for a man to go for third. Oh, and the pole's blocking the way, so you can't see her anyway. So we apologize about that camera choice. Maybe I just need to buy a GoPro or something and hook it up toward the dugout. And now stepping in is Sadie, her first at-bat of the game. Anthony will be on deck, and then Taja in the hole, back to the top of the lineup. Swung on, popped up towards center. That will drop, and that will bring in a run home to score. And Flame City in a bit of dire straits now as they're starting to... As now the game's starting to get a little too close for comfort. It was 5-0 to start the inning, and now it's 5-3. And this is what we call pulling the Cincinnati Reds. Although it's not late game, so I guess it doesn't count. Stepping in is Anthony. Swung on, and this one hit on the ground towards second. Flips it over to the bag and won't get there in time to make a play won't get there in time to make a play at first. So 2 gone here now. We won't have to even touch the base indicator. 1 man on third, just 60 feet from the plate here. And now back to the top of the lineup as Taja steps in. Swung on and missed, strike 1. By the way, you're enjoying what you're seeing here and you want to see more of it, leave a like and subscribe to the Two Basin Sports Network YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for updates on future live streams. Tomorrow we'll be heading out to Cody for American Legion ball. Swung on and missed, strike 2. We'll be heading out to Cody for American Legion tomorrow as the Bobcats wrap up their head-to-head against the Cody Cubs, a doubleheader for that. And then on Saturday, another baseball doubleheader as the Lovell Mustangs pay the Bobcats a visit. That one's popped up, and that one will go over Martinez. Fielded cleanly, throws it over to first, and off the bag, and Justin comes in to score. And this will also give the way for Anthony to come in to score, so this will tie the ball game. Oh, and a mistake that was not needed at all there for Flame City. And the fielding woes continue as a runner in scoring position again, this time Taja. Now Tyler steps in. And Flame City has effectively tied this game. 5-5 is your score. And this could be another one of those situations where we could see a walk-off later in this game. We're just going to have to see how the rest of this game pans out. That deep ball there, ball 1. Swung on. This one hit into the outfield. It'll at least bring a runner to third. It will be runners in the corners as they go for the 2-out single. Bottom of the second inning, the leading run at third. Of which you can't see her because the pole's blocking the way. So sorry about that. Can't seem to find a happy medium at this place. Swung on and popped up toward left. Try to track it down and a base hit. And that'll bring the leading run home to score, and that'll also put a runner at second. So a runner once again in scoring position for 7 Lazy S. And it is a 6-5 ball game as 7 Lazy S trying to nab their first win on the season, and now Coulter stepping in as cleanup hitter. And a deep ball there, ball 1. Flame City is going to have some good bats here in this next inning, try and get back some of that momentum. Swung on and popped up. Gets underneath it, and that will end the inning. And so with that, 6-5, 7 Lazy S takes the lead here at the end of 2. And we'll be right back. Flame City coming in for their third shift here on the bats. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field in just a moment. Top of the third inning here in Thermopolis, Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League on Two Basin Sports Network. As always, like to thank you for tuning in here so far. Only one game on tap today, as Wyoming Whiskey and Wyoming Gas did not play today. Wyoming Gas forfeiting. Some of the Wyoming Gas players are here in the lineup for either 7 Lazy S or Flame City. Some of them the ones that did show up, definitely not coming all this way for nothing. And some of these guys, remember, some of them are coming from Whirland to play this. So, tell you, doing this in soccer season, it may not be a long drive, but it definitely is not a fun drive. Once you get out of Lucerne, there's basically nothing. And that one's caught by the third baseman as he'll get a glove on it, and that'll be one gone right off the bat. One up, one down, as now here comes Darren Elder as we get back to the top of the lineup. Was able to score on his last time out, and this top half of the lineup, up until you get to about Zane, I think, is about where we've seen the most success out of the offense for Flame City. So let's see if Darren can get the momentum started here as he's going to swing it, and that's going to go right through the glove. They'll flip it over to first. Will he get there in time? Not quite fast enough. The throw is in time, and that'll be two gone. Now the pressure's on Key Elder now to get something on base here to hopefully get some momentum started here for Flame City. Looks like Flame City might have flamed out in that second inning on the defensive side, so they're going to have to rely on their bats here to get the job done. That one's chopped foul. She still probably should have ran, try and get to first base. Inside ball one. Swung on. This one hit up the middle and into the outfield. Base hit for Elder. Gets the first one on base today for in this inning for Flame City. Top of the third inning, in case you're just tuning in, about halfway through this game. And on the time count, I think we're still good on time. Might get 6 innings in today, you never know. Andrew Ennis stepping in now, batting righty. A little bit short of the plate there, ball one. One man on first, it's Key Elder. Swung on and fouled back. Strike one. And deep ball, ball two. Keep in mind, if you still want to get involved with sponsoring us here, we still have a lot more to go in the softball and Legion season. As that passes by Mary, they'll try to flip it over a second. Nope, fielding error. And that could have been the half inning there if they would have fielded it cleanly there, but unfortunately just couldn't hold on to it close to second. That'll be Elder at second and Ennis at first off the error. So if I'm the one keeping score, I would have counted that as an error rather than a hit. But then again, that's probably why I'm not the scorekeeper. Swung on, and that one's hit to third, fielded. They're going to flip it over to second, and that will conclude that top half as we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Still 6-5 as 7 Lazy S holds the lead here. We will be right back from inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis in just a second. Bottom of the third coming your way. It's Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball on Two Basins Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League. Bottom of the third coming your way here. 7 Lazy S looking for their first win of the season. That one's lined cleanly into center. Picks up and fields it back to the second baseman and a base hit. 5-6 Flame City trails as the sun is trying to go behind the hills here. I think stepping in now, I think this is Josh. Mandy will be up next. Delivers the pitch. Swung on and fouled up toward the left side. Gets a glove and gets the grab. I think we just barely got our camera on that. That is going to be one gone, one on. So one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Stepping in now, I believe this is Mandy. Swung on, this one hit out into center. That'll be a clean field there and a routine fly. 2 gone there, runner from first can't tag. And so with that, no runners in scoring position. The only one close to it is Jackie. And now stepping in is Dallin. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third inning as we get ready to go to the fourth. And this has been a pretty quick game so far going through the innings. I don't think we're going to avoid the timeout, but that one's hit cleanly into the outfield there. This will bring in a runner to third at the very least in a two-out double to get both runners in scoring position here. And now stepping in looks to be Kalen. Swung on and missed, strike 1 there. Delivers the pitch. I think inside ball 1. Oop, the camera is not focused on the batter. Once again, one more reminder, we'll be in Cody tomorrow for American Legion Baseball as our 16U team gets ready to take on the Cody Cubs C team. You can check our live stream for details on start time. Also, make sure you are tuned into the Thermopolis Baseball Remind on the Remind app for official details. That one swung on and hit toward the pitcher, flips it over to first. And for the out, and that will end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the fourth inning, 6-5, as Flame City barely escapes without giving up a run. And Joe's ERA probably not looking that great this season, but we'll be right back from inside of Doak Field in just a moment. Fourth inning coming your way. Mike talking back, top of the fourth inning coming up here at Doak Field in Thermopolis. 7:45 local. I don't even think we're anywhere close to timing out right now. But stepping in now, Brian Parker for Flame City. Usually a pretty good hitter. Has not had the year that he had last year, as that one's hit out to left and caught. Didn't get the camera on it in time, but he knelt down to make the grab, so really good play out there from left field So that is one gone to start off this inning. An awesome job so far by 7 Lazy S as they, remember, one more time looking for their first win of the season. They lost to Flame City on a walk-off about a week ago, and here they go down the left side. That is going to be a base hit for Ann. Usually a very reliable hitter in that regard. She's not a flashy hitter, but she does find her way on base, and really, quite frankly, that's all that matters. And she's putting herself in a good position to help Flame City reclaim the lead. But coming in now is Caleb. He hit I believe he got himself a home run on opening night against 7 Lazy S. Let's see if he can do it again. And strike one, as that one was delivered perfectly over the plate there by Mary. Looks like an inside pitch there, ball one. 1-1 count here. By the way, once again, for the millionth time this season, a big crowd on hand here, almost filling out the smaller bleachers here. Swung on and hit on a line. It'll pass by, and that's a base hit. So 2 on, 1 gone. And Ann is the runner in scoring position right now for Flame City. Flame City in the driver's seat here. If they can get the lead back, hopefully they can get that momentum on defense. But Joe's been doing a good job on the rubber, but his fielders have been letting him down, quite frankly, in this game. Well, honestly, the entire season, the fielding probably has let him down more often than not. It's not, people look at the runs on the board and the hits on the board, and they look directly at the pitcher. But the fielders have a part to play in that as well, especially in semi-pro softball. Swung on. This one's hit back toward the rubber. Mary will go for the force at third, and that will go by. And will round third to go home. Flame City ties it up. Caleb at third, and that will also give way for another runner in scoring position. First base left completely open here, as Allie Lejo will get herself on second base with 1 out. A 1-out single turned into extras because of the error. And that is a mistake that the third baseman just cannot afford to make in a game like this. Flame City ties it up. The leading run currently sitting at third. I gotta give it to them. They got the clutch factor. Swung on and hit into the outfield. That'll be another base hit to bring home the leading run. Flame City leads 7-6. They will retake the lead with their second run of the inning. Well, now 7 Lazy S is the one that's probably sweating bullets. Only 1 gone. They've let up 2 runs in this inning. They've let up 7 on the game. Not a great day defensively for 7 Lazy S. Chelody, I believe this is, coming in now, the Wyoming Whiskey transplant, and she'll hit it softly to first, flips it over, and that'll be an out, but that will bring in a run to score, so a sacrifice grounder. So Chelody may be out, but she does bring in a run to score. It does leave third base exposed. Runner on second. Oh, no, she is an out. I apologize. So it looks like she made it safely to first, so we apologize for that oversight. Joe Martinez stepping in now for his at-bat. Swung on and hit to left. That'll drop in for another base hit. Bases jacked unless Zane wants to go home. No, he won't. So bases jacked here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out. Now, that being said, this actually does kind of play in the 7 Lazy S hand, because they now, if they get a grounder here off of Val, that could very well set up for 2 forces here. So they have a force out at home if it comes to that. So do keep that in mind. They could opt to try for the force at home and then go to first, and then that would be the top half, but don't know. We'll just have to see how this at-bat plays out first. Val stepping in. Swung on and hit on the ground there. They'll go for the force out. Oh, they'll pass by. Another run comes in. Zane gets in safely, and a one-out RBI single to bring in the 9th run of the ball game. Errors once again, just kneecapping 7 Lazy S defensive efforts here today. That could have been an easy second out there. As Chris DeLay steps in, they got to get the arms under control here. And that one swung on and hit foul. A good hit there. I got to say, the slugging percentage for some of these guys are probably not going to be looking very good. As a lot of singles here as they try to manage the bases. Chris DeLay still in. It's an 0-1 count here for CD. Delivers. Swung on. That one's hit. Another base hit. DeLay gets the first. Martinez rounds third to go home. Won't get to Justin there quite in time, and even then it was an offline throw. 11-6 now for Flame City. For the first time in a while, third base is left exposed, and Flame City extends their lead. Not the biggest lead that they've had today. Their biggest lead was 5-0. It's currently a 4-run game. So not quite there yet, but if they do bring in a couple more runs, they will definitely be there. I think we're still in the clear in terms of the 10-run rule here in this inning, but swung on and hit softly on the ground towards second. Flips it over, not in time, and that'll be a base hit, not even a fielder's choice, as that didn't even get an out. We're still only one gone here in the top of the 4th. Bases loaded again. That's probably worst case scenario here for 7 Lazy S at this time. This is Elder. So they're going to try and get the throw home. And that was that. And they get her out. Justin makes the play. Almost bottled it there at home, but they will get the out. What a play at home, and Justin dropped it. I wish we knew how to do the replay. But coming home, he dropped it at the plate for the force out, so he had to try and go try to salvage it. He does, and that is 2 gone. But still a base hit recorded. And now coming in is Key Elder. Darren sits at first. Outside pitch there, ball 2. Whiffs on it there, strike 2. Barry's only 1 strike away from getting them out of this top half and ending the nightmare. So now 7 Lazy S is going to have to try. Swung on and missed for this first strikeout of the day, and that will retire the side. Oh, never mind. Never mind, I apologize. 1-2 count. Two count now. Delivers, swung on and chopped back up to the Pitcher and gets the force out, and the fielding improving as the inning progresses there, and they will get the force out. Justin with 2 at home. And with that, we will be right back for the bottom of the 4th inning as Flame City starting to come back here in this game. 11-6 now. They were down 6-4, or sorry, no, 6-5, and they come in and they score 6 runs here to retake the lead. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field in just a moment. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League. Justin now stepping in as the sun is starting to go behind the mountains here in beautiful Thermopolis, Wyoming, here on the bottom of the Bighorn Basin. That one's a little bit outside there, ball 1. So we're sorry if the sun is messing up our lighting on our camera. One zero count here. Martinez still on the rubber. Swung on, and this one's hit up through the gap. Justin with the base hit. And that'll be 1 on for 7 Lazy S on the first at-bat. So the single recorded there for Justin. Oh, sorry. Now stepping in is Sadie. Delivers the pitch. Swung on. This one hit through the glove, and that's going to be another baser. Another base knock there, Sadie. First base is about where she's going to go. That'll be just a single, but still a good play either way, as Justin now advances into scoring position. And now stepping in, bottom of the lineup here is Anthony. Digging in now. Second at-bat of the ball game for him. Swung on. This one smoked into center. That'll be another base hit to bring Justin to third. And they'll field this one to the cutoff man, and that'll be bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th inning, no outs yet for 7 Lazy S, and they have loaded the bases in their first 3 at-bats. Not even fielding errors this time. They're just hitting the ball cleanly into the gap. Swung on, popped into the sand here. They're going to flip it over to second, 1 gone. And they'll get it over to first, but it's not in time. Not anywhere close to in time. And that'll at least get rid of the runner at second. Oh, well, I guess they called it an infield fly. So, oopsie, we'll be right back. We'd like to welcome you back here inside of Doak Field, top of the 5th inning. And 7 Lazy S, a bit of a perplexing. Why does my thing say 8? It needs to say 6. But still 11-6, and 7 Lazy S could have brought home some runs there. However, the infield fly rule came into effect on that last at-bat when he popped it up towards second. And despite the out, everybody just continued to run, so that was obviously some outs there. And coach pitch looks like they're just getting out here, so it looks like we're going to have a lot more fans spill in here. Take a look at the attendance here. We got a couple of furry friends here, a German Shepherd and a Chihuahua amongst the non-human fans here. So a lot of fans. We'd like to thank everybody for coming out here and supporting your hometown Sluggers as they try and fail miserably to hit a ball. Speaking of, here comes, this one's swung on and this one's hit back toward the fence, gets a glove and it's out. So Andrew out on the play there. And Val is just a little too excited to be the bat boy for this one. She has been acting like a crackhead trying to get the bat before anybody else and retrieve it to go back to the dugout. 0-1 count here for Izella. So we'll now make that 1-1 as that one was into the dirt. 7 Lazy S trying to avoid their 4th straight loss, and so far it's not been promising. Swung on, this one hit cleanly into the gap for a base hit. A 1-out single, wants to go for extras, but she'll go back. Nope, it'll pass by, she'll go to second. And she'll dig and go to third. Justin tried to throw. And that one a little bit offline. She's in safely. The throw wouldn't have been in time anyway. And a single turns into 3 with 1 gone, trying to solidify the lead. By the way, 7 Lazy S does have a run on the board, so we apologize. So it is 11-7 according to our scoreboard up there, so we're going to change our score to reflect that. Here comes Brian Parker into the game. His OPS probably not the greatest this season. He has found the base a couple times this season, but few and far between compared to last year. Usually a very solid hitter, but this kind of has been off in the first half of the season. Swung on, and this one popped up toward left. Tries to get a glove under it, and it's dropped! And the error will bring a run home. And the fielding woes continue for 7 Lazy S. What should have been a routine fly out to left, what should have been the second out of the inning, turns into a single or into a double here for Brian. And if I was the scorer, it would be an error instead of a hit, but still a good play. And now here comes Ann stepping in, one of the most dependable batters here for Flame City. Swung on and chopped. This one, very loose ball. They'll throw it over to. No, they will not throw it over the first. The throw would not have been in time anyway. And Brian playing tag here with the third baseman. So Brian at third, and we got runners in both corners here. 12-7 is your score. Flame City on top. Brian, the 13th run at third base, as Val retrieves the bat again for Flame City. Stepping in now is Caleb. Had a home run against 7 Lazy S on opening night. way into the dirt there, into the batter's box there. Ball 1. Swung on, hit on a line. The fielder can't get there. And it'll bring a run in to score, and it will be a hit for Caleb Oliver. A run comes in as Brian, the 13th run, and we scored the wrong team. 13-7 is your score, not 8. Is now stepping in. I believe this is Allie Lejo. And so with that, 13-7 on deck is Zane. In the hole is Chelity. 1 gone here, so runners at first and second. Could go for a force out at third if they hit it down the left field line, so do keep that in mind. Swung on, and that's exactly where they'll hit it. Flips it over to second for the force, but it'll still be a single there for Allie, as that will advance and to third, so she will still be in a position to score here, 13-7. Currently 8:07 here in Thermopolis. Beautiful day for softball. It was 78 when we left the house. It has since dropped down to 62. That doesn't sound right. Ooh, whiffs on that one into the dirt. No, okay, it is 76. I knew that wasn't right. It was 81 earlier today, so starting to get into that summer weather as that one's knocked up to second, and they will throw it over to first and way off the bag. What was the first baseman thinking on that one, as Flame City will not only bring in and to score, but they will also continue to have a little bit of a problem they'll have a little bit of a problem to deal with at first. And now with a runner in scoring position, Allie at second, making things a little bit more compounded here as Chelity coming in here. She'll hit it softly toward first. They'll run it over, and they will make the force at first, so that will retire the side. So we'll be right back. 14-7 is your score here. 7 Lazy S trailing. It is a football score here at Doak Field. We'll be right back from inside of JDF here, adjacent to Mark Whitfield. You're watching Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball on Two Basins Sports Network. Like talking back, bottom of the fifth, and according to the ump, this could be our last bat here. We head to the bottom of the fifth, so we'll probably have the last chance here for 7 Lazy S to make a play here. Will they do a reverse on Flame City and pull off the walk-off? Well, we'll just have to find out. Inside pitch. It is a football score here at Doak Field, 14-7. Speaking of football, we got a lot on our plate this upcoming summer/fall. Got middle school football coming up for you. We'll be broadcasting, which should be the entire football campaign, as that one's hit out into the field. That'll be a base hit here for base hit, I believe, for Tyler, as Mary will come into bat now. So that is 1 on a leadoff single. Well, a great way to start the bottom inning here. Coming up tomorrow, and Saturday, we got Legion baseball, and then I think there's a game Monday. I'm not quite sure though. Wait, no, there's not. Ooh, fouled back, and it hits the catcher. Did they? Oh, they actually called that an out. So what a reflex there. Maxed out her stats on reaction there. Beautiful job by the catcher. And that one looked a little bit painful, I'm not going to lie to you. That's not a catch I probably would have been able to make without wincing a little bit. So that's going to be one gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Unfortunately, probably not going to see a night game here this time. Maybe on Tuesday we'll be able to see softball under the lights again, but starting to cool down a little. Still in the 70s here in Thermopolis. A great day for softball. It's supposed to storm on Tuesday. I'm hoping it does it in the morning or afternoon. Swung on, and it made a clink on the bat. They're trying to get it up to center field. Makes the grab, Caleb. The shortstop there, he'll get the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. And I do believe this could potentially be the last out here for 7 Lazy S. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Swung on. This one's popped up into the field. That'll be a base hit. And it gets on through. It escapes through, and I think this will be Josh up to bat now, as Jackie was the last one up. So she will get another base hit. She's gotten on base reliably today. Quite frankly, all season she's been able to get on base reliably. And now here comes Josh in, batting right. Hope you'll join us for more softball action on Tuesday, weather permitting, as they are calling for thunderstorms on Tuesday. So that one swung on and hit in cleanly into the field. Another base hit. That'll hold up a runner at 3rd. And so with that, slowly chipping away here with 2 gone, a 2-out single. And with that, yeah, I think we are most definitely ticking down into our final moments here. 14-7, still your score. That one's chopped down the left field line and foul. That one barely wanted to leave the base there. Honestly, relatable. So 2 gone here. By the way, into bat, this is Mandy. Swung on. This one's popped up to the left. And Delay gets the grab. And that is the ball game. And so with that, the final score, Flame City pulls off the win after being down earlier in that 2nd inning. 7 Lazy S will have to wait just a little bit longer for that first win, as they now drop to 0-4 on the season. Flame City now advances to 2-2 on the year, as they will look forward to a date with, I believe, Wyoming Whiskey next, I believe. That'll be on Tuesday, and then I believe they'll be playing Wyoming Gas on Thursday. So with that being said, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. After the first game on Tuesday, we will officially be halfway through the season. So this first half is almost over. We are so grateful for you tuning in here. We'd like to thank a lot of people here. We'd like to thank the Hot Springs County Rec District for allowing us to be here broadcasting this live to you here for free on YouTube. We'd like to thank the fans for coming out in absolute droves, human and non-human alike, for coming out and supporting these softball sluggers. I know some of them are probably coming in from from coach pitch and just using softball as a little bit of an extra thing to watch. But either way, the support is appreciated. And with that, we'd also like to thank our fans watching here on YouTube. You are the reason why we are here, why we keep this going. Your support means a lot to us, and this would not be possible without it. And with that being said, for the final time today, until tomorrow, we got American Legion baseball coming up tomorrow as the Thermopolis Bobcats take on the Cody Cubs. That game will be broadcast here on YouTube. That'll be broadcasted here on YouTube tomorrow night. I'm trying to pull up the time for that right now. We have it listed as hold on. On our channel, we have the live stream listed as being starting at that'll be starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. So we will be probably in Cody at about noon or so for that game. That'll be game 1. Game 2 will start at 3. That'll be against the Cody Cubs. And then on Saturday, they'll be back in town here as the Bobcats take on the Lovell Mustangs. I think the time changed, but we have it listed as 5 o'clock. I do think they changed that, though, so do keep that in mind. You should probably check the Thermopolis Baseball Facebook page and their announcements on Remind for official information. Contact Jason Sizz about that. But other than that, Legion Baseball, next time you see us will be tomorrow. Next softball action should be on Tuesday. And then Legion Baseball next Thursday. We will not be here for softball next Thursday as we will be in Worland for American Legion as the Bobcats take on the Worland Chiefs. So with that, we'll be over at Oscar Trothith Field that Thursday. But other than that, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in as we conclude today's coverage. This was the only game of the day as 7 Lazy Ass falls to Flame City 307 as they now tie with Wyoming Gas at 2-2 in the standings. And with that being said, we'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. 14-7, Flame City wins.